This video is brought to you by NordVPN. In the description is a link to our previous video on how VPNs work, as well as a limited time offer that will give you a big 75% discount. That's only $2.99 a month for the early VPN to obtain a perfect score from PCMag, and also what I use myself on a daily basis. Nowadays, Christmas is a widely celebrated event in not just the Western world, but even countries where Christianity isn't as big of a religion. This can be seen across a vast amount of Asia, for instance, where regions like South Korea will hang decorations and give gifts, and like the West, even have the day as a public holiday. Due to the Western cultural influence, decorations, gift giving, and other seasonalities can also be observed in countries where it isn't an official public holiday. Japan is a big example of this, where Christmas is always a huge popular event despite not being a public holiday, and has many of the same festive happenings such as the lights, trees and presents as English countries. It also has some of its own peculiarities though, such as the traditional Christmas cake in Japan, instead consisting of a light sponge cake covered in cream and strawberries, which is very popular with the locals. The fried chicken fast food chain KFC is also incomparably popular in Japan during the Christmas season, so much so in fact that stores will take reservations months in advance, and there also exists all kinds of special Japan exclusive Christmas dishes at these stores. This is said to be due to a very successful advertising campaign in 1974 that continued from then on and eventually made its way into Japanese Christmas tradition. However, there's one aspect of Christmas in Japan that you may have heard about that isn't as true as it's believed to be. As featured in this BBC article, as well as many other places, it is believed that some in Japan will, perhaps unknowingly of the cultural mix-up, hang Santa Claus on a crucifix as part of the festive decorations. To add to this, a popular viral image that is often shared during this season shows an image of Santa Claus seemingly hung on a crucifix in a Japanese department store's window. Captions such as "I believe Japan doesn't yet understand Christmas" will be added, and posts like this will go on to become viral on things like social media, when many people believe the image to perhaps be an example of Japanese cultural differences and lack of understanding about the holiday. This photo actually isn't as true as it seems to be, however. The photograph is the work of a Japanese photographer and artist, Yoshio Itagaki. Itagaki is known for his work tackling various social, religious and technological issues, as well as his work with digital photography and alterations. One of his series of work involves tackling urban legends, and this is the true origin of the Santa Claus photograph, which was produced in the year 2005. On his website he explains, "This series deals with fables, or what is now commonly referred as urban legends. I am particularly intrigued by the fact that a legend is an uncensored reflection of our desires, fears, expectations or curiosity. Like the anonymity of an internet message board, that of urban legends reveals people's true thoughts about sensitive topics, including sex, death, religion, and politically incorrect matters." On the photograph in question's page, Itagaki gives the image the title of Santa Cross and writes, "Legend, a Japanese department store once created a Christmas display featuring Santa Claus nailed to a cross." So this photograph was instead providing commentary on something that is seen as more of a fable than reality, and didn't show something that actually happened. You see, this is a myth that's been going on for many years now, ever since the end of World War II in fact, and despite this, there's not once been any photographic evidence to support this. The website Snopes.com provides numerous examples from print which state the occurrence as fact. For instance, one writer states, "A few Decembers ago, a Japanese department store, desperate to appear westernized, and with it mounted an extravagant Christmas display featuring a life-size Santa Claus crucified upon a cross." Another example reads, "An American Motorola executive recounted a famous story of 1945, the first year of the US occupation of Japan after World War II, when shopkeepers in Tokyo's Ginza district knew there was a big Western holiday coming and they wanted to capitalize on it. They knew there was this guy in a white beard and red suit, and they knew there was a religious angle, and the result was little Santa Clauses on crucifixes." However, again, there's never been any proof of this, yet stories involving this occurrence continue to circulate to the present day, and thus the supposed legend continues. What are your thoughts on this urban myth? Please let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and until next time, thank you for watching.